Hi, everybody. First of all, I would like to appreciate Omics for inviting me to be here today. My title is Effects of 3 Levels of Contextual Interference Among Athletes' Children. And I don't know if you guys know about CI or contextual interference. Anyone? Motor learning, motor control? Nobody. Okay. In this case, you'll give me a hard time. Interference or contextual interference theory, I would like to consider it as universal language. And it's been used for almost 30 years, since 1988. I've been watching the theory or that effects for almost 30 years. Since 1988 till now, and there are popular research being done in contextual interference. Honestly, I really don't know. Is it easy to apply either in lab studies or ecological studies, or because of the independent variables? Because contextual interference involves many variables, and this is why maybe it's being used. Let me just elaborate a little bit. A major question is whether testing motor skills in lab setting will provide similar learning and experience to those who participate in a sports setting. I believe that a laboratory has a variety of skills, either fine skills or gross skills. However, it will be never ever as skills that can be, give experience to those who participate. For example, for example, what similarities? My point is, if lab will offer same experience and same learning for people who participate in a small setting, what is the similarities and differences? And this is my major question, because since I started PE, and I've been believed that studies has to be done in not lab, but in a sports setting. Contextual interference, known by Batich, it's 1966 and 1961, depending on what they call it, acquisition phase and retention phase and a transfer phase. In 1972, of course, that one being known as verbal language. Shea and Morgan, 1979, used the same, but in lab, and he used the same acquisition, retention, and transfer. What does it mean? Batich believe if you learn acquisition in a block, which is systematic, then leads you to good performance, which means you will learn the skill. But when you come to retention phase and transfer phase, it will be hard to understand the skill. Okay. Random, which leads to poor performance, because if you use random in acquisition phase, then your performance will be better in retention and transfer. This is the philosophy of theory, because they believe that during acquisition, and if you are using a block, means you are not facing any difficulties, any problems, and the memory will be systematic learning. However, when you learn by random, then that will be more complicated because of different rhythm. Okay, in general, sport skills depending on 2 sides, which is individual and also team sports. And this is why I believe that learning in ecological setting or in field setting will be much more easier, much more practical than lab. For this reason, The several factors include such as level of difficulty, practice, gender, age, and experience. All these variables that has really major problem in CI. According to Lee and Simon, 2014, also they suggest more variables, independent variables such as task, environment, and also individual differences. The purpose of this study was to explore the effect of CI by extending previous research and also the research, ecological research, by using children. Okay, the second purpose was I add real defense in a sports setting, because most of the studies they used, for example, serve in badminton or volleyball or so many, but it was so easy to measure and so easy to achieve. In this study, I add serial, in addition, the theory being known as black and random, I add serial, and also I add defense to see if the kids can learn skills or not. The subject was 60 male, 9 to 12 years. All they are athlete, but not handball. They are athlete in different games and sport, either individual or team, but they are not in handball. The instrument I use the goal. It's a 3 by 2 meter. Was divided 5 areas here. This is the goal, half goal for the handball. This is the goal. I divided 60 by 2, 5. For example, you can throw from here or from the middle or from the right. If you throw from the left, I close this one and he can get 1, 2, 3, or 4, total 10 points. And if he throw from here, also you'll give him 1, 2, 3, 4. If he throw in the middle, you give him 2 here and 3 here, 2 here, total 10. That one being done by many researchers and by myself, and of course I made the validity and reliability, because people, they might ask me why you use this. Also in this study I add, you see this one? It's a defense. I ask 3 kids to stand in front of the player so they can make as a block. For black group, they throw 9 from right, 9 from middle, and 9 from left. Total 27 trials. For random, I'll give them right, left, medium, and middle, then left, right, middle. I change the rhythm. For the serial, I give them systematic, right, middle, left, right, middle, left, right, middle, left, which is total 27. Transfer phase, I give them only 6 trials, 3 by 3, in one location. You can ask later. For the acquisition phase, you see the block practice, I got the medium, mean 3, and for the serial 2, which is almost the block perform better, serial next, and random poor. Of course, for transfer, no differences, which is almost 2.41, 2.46, 2.49, which is approximately almost the same. That one, of course, I did for the transfer. See here, this is the block, we call it the block trials. I divide them 3, 7, 9, 9, 9, 9. For example, these see no continuous improvement, even in the random. I did MANOVA because I have 3 positions, which is a block random serial. Also positions, left, right, and also for the block of trials, 3 groups. So I did MANOVA in order to make it more complicated more suitable for this research. I found, because black was significant, that better than serial and better than random, I made Newman-Coles. You can both talk either Newman-Coles or Chaffee or Touquet or anyone. I found, of course, in the black significant with serial number 2 and random number 3. For the positions, I found that the middle easier for kids. Middle was better than left and better than right. Left also was better than right. Conclusion, that I believe after all these experience that black, yes, it's easy either for adult or for children if the skill is easy. But if the skill is complex, then it will face some difficulty. For example, if I add some difficulty in an acquisition phase, I might find different results. For the serial practice also show better performance than random, and as I said, it's a left, middle, and random. It's a systematic, so there is no memory thinking about the practice. For transfer phase, no support for children with complex learning environment on transfer phase. Also, the effect seems to be appropriate for adult. By the way, I did the study for adult, and also the transfer phase was not also significant. See here, for the black, I used only 6 meters. This is the rule of the game. For the transfer phase, I used 9. This is 9 meters. So I used here 6 meters. Then I add also 9, but I add also defense. Every time, throw from here or from here or from here, left or right or middle, the 3 athletes, children will move and come here and come here. So distance now, it's 9 meters, was 6 meters, now 9 meters, and also the defense. When I add those variables, there was no support for the contextual interference theory or contextual interference effect. And that's it. Thank you so much. I know my language is so poor.